Last week, I wrote a piece on the word adaptable. What I was doing is trying to prepare each of you for the reality that when things change, there must be some conformity, a behavior or thought that is socially acceptable everywhere to such change, but adaptable, capable of being modified to suit a different condition or different purpose, is changing you, your approach, and your mindset. Back in the year 2004, my son suffered a stroke. We all, including him, understood that things would change. But with prayer and the guidance of the Holy Spirit, all will be well. We all agreed that he would not be able to do the same movements as before the stroke. He would not be able to go in and go out as before. The situation occurred that he was willing to conform to the social acceptable norms of the physical challenges that confronted him. But now he has adapted to a different lifestyle. He's back on his feet, so to speak, but he's not flying out to California every Monday morning and flying back to Atlanta every Friday night. He's in his home, working on 3 computers, doing his 2 jobs, along with his iPhone. And I think, as he said to me, Dad, I think I'm being more productive. Here is what happens when we find ourselves in situations that we believe will bring about change. We have to have the mindset that life continues. We still journey through this life, but how we journey depends on how willing we are to adapt to what confronts us. And I wonder, you may be wondering, why am I talking about adaptable for 2nd week in a row? Because things are going to change. I hear people saying, I hope things come back to normal. If you think through what people are saying, you really don't want things to come back to normal. You want things to be better for the different. You want for the different for the better. You want us to be a little more loving. You want us to be a little more kinder. We want us to be a little more obedient. We want to love more deeply. We want to be more sincere friends. We want to be able to give our word and make that word mean what it is said. I think sometimes when we talk about, we want things to go back to normal, we're talking about things going back to the way that suits us. But if we're willing to change, if we're willing to be adaptable, if we're willing to look for new ways of doing the same old things, but for the better, we believe in the long haul, life will be better. You at the Academy know that Father Chris love you. Father Chris and Genevieve, we want the best for you. We think of you constantly. And as we think of you, we think of what is it that this time of change will mean for you. Are you going to be the well-behaved, well-respected, loving students that you've always been? Or is this time of separation going to make you a different person? Do not be a different person, but just have a different way of doing the same thing. Still love your friends, still be joyful with your friends, still respect your teachers, still love the Academy, and develop the mindset that when you graduate and you go on to bigger and better things, you remember these teachers that brought you a long way with them and shared with you their life experiences, their knowledge, their education, and make you the kind of person that you are. Within a few days, we'll be experiencing Mother's Day. What is it that you plan to do for Mom? Are you going to cook her a meal? You certainly can't take her out to a restaurant. But one of the joyful things that you could do is get a piece of paper and write her a note and remind her or tell her, if you haven't done it in the past, how much you love her, how thankful you are, and how in your prayers, every time you pray, you remember her before God. Here's what will happen with that note. Your mother will keep that note forever. She may even show it to friends. She may even show it to her peers. But she will never forget that note. So God bless you all. God continue to guide you. God continue to soften your heart that when the changes come, you will be adaptable. Amen? Amen.